channel, Daily Slay with Abby. Thank you guys for tuning in today. As you can see from the title, it's another motivational lingo, and I'm super excited because I haven't done one of these in a while, and this one's gonna be a good one. So I wanted to start by saying this is not me preaching to anybody that watches this video. This is not me preaching. This is not me trying to tell you that I haven't figured out and I'm trying to help y'all no, it's not like that. It's me trying to figure it out while I share it with you guys. I'm just trying to share what I'm going through so women could know this is not something that they're going through by themselves. Women that smile or the happiest, that looks like their life is perfect, they go through a lot of things. So I just wanted to share my story with you. Well, not really story, but I just wanted to share how I was feeling without going into too much detail, but still get my point across. I'm 21 years old and I'm just now figuring out life. I'm just now figuring out a lot of things, and I hope you guys like really, like this video. I hope you guys understand like what I'm trying to say, because I tend to talk a lot and I go off topic and stuff, so hopefully I don't do that in this video, but I just wanted to share this with y'all. So anyway, I'll stop jabbering my mouth and we're gonna move to the next clip. I realized like in the past couple of months that things that my mom used to tell me, to do when I was younger, and I used to have an attitude because I want to do it and I just want to be smart. I'm doing them now without even noticing. Like, your parents also tell you when you get older you're gonna need this, when you get older you're gonna see why I'm teaching you this, and I used to be like, whatever, like my life is gonna be different. Just because you went through this doesn't mean I'm gonna go through it, type of thing. That's how I was. But I'm actually like using everything my mom taught me when I was a young girl growing up. Like how she, oh my nose running, how she made me do the dishes every night, make sure the stove is clean all the time. Like I used to think that's stupid, like why you gotta clean the stove every single day, type of thing. I'm so happy she forced me to do the things I didn't want to do, because now I do them without even thinking. Like I clean my stove every time I use it, I clean it. And it's not because like I was thinking like, oh, my mom taught me this. It was just natural for me. It was like I can't go to sleep with my stove not clean, type of thing. So like that's something I'm noticing, growing up and realizing and starting my life and realizing life lessons and life things my mom taught me about life are actually things that you really do need. And I hope when I have kids one day, they get the chance to actually realize why I'm going to tell them to do certain things, or why I'm going to yell at them about certain things, or why I'm going to say no to certain things. I hope they see this as an opportunity to be a better person and a better individual in this world, because a lot of things my mom taught me as a kid, I'm a better person because of it. So that was one thing that I noticed. And for all the young women coming up that feel like their parents are on their backs, they don't want them to go certain places your other friends could go, but you can't, you always the one that can't do this or can't do that, or you always the one that's stuck in the house doing chores or something like that. Please, it's kind of hard to see right now because I know how you feel. It was hard for me to see it too, but please be thankful that your parent or your guardian, whoever's looking after you or is in charge of you, whatever, please be thankful for that, because they're doing it for a reason, not because they don't like you, not because they're trying to be an a-hole or something. They're teaching you a lesson, because when you grow up you make better choices. Like there's so many times where I could have probably like tried to sneak out, or I could probably like be a rebel and not listen to my mom and go somewhere I'm not supposed to and get in trouble. Because what, later on I found out that this person got in trouble at this party, and this party was busted, and this person got memmed up. Hold on, my mom just called me. Funny how I was talking about parents and she just called me. But yeah, be thankful for all of those no's and those lectures and stuff, because you are going to freaking appreciate it when you get older. Like I wasn't exposed to certain things when I was growing up as a young woman. My mom didn't make me go to every party there was. Like that's just how I grew up. And now where I have the opportunity to make my own choices, I don't have my mom to tell me yeah. I make my own choices, and I made the choice not to go somewhere, and I avoided a lot of things that could have went wrong. So don't feel like you're missing out, or feel like you got the strictest parent or your parent don't like you. Sis, it ain't even that serious. And I'm gonna say this, it used to piss me off when older people used to be like, it's not that serious, you're young. But when you grow up, you realize it really wasn't that serious. You realize that party was not that serious. You realize that argument or getting grounded because you wanted to step out of line was not that serious over a party. There are going to be plenty of parties. There are going to be plenty of opportunities, plenty of safe and legal fun when you get older, and you're going to be able to make those choices on your own. So don't even worry about that party or worry about anything you're not able to do, you know. So that's really for my younger, that's really towards younger women that are not old enough to make their own choices or on their own. So another thing that I'm like struggling with is real life problems. Like, you know, when you were a kid, like you had your first job or whatever, and like, you know, I had my first job at 16. Like, you get your first job and you don't have responsibilities. Like, the only thing I had to pay when I was 16 was my phone bill. It was like $50. Like, all my paycheck went to me. I blew it on whatever I wanted to blow it on, whatever. So it's like, when you're that age, you don't have a lot of responsibilities, so you could do whatever you want with that money. But you're so used to doing that, it's like when you get older and you have extra responsibilities, it's kind of hard to stay on top of things if you didn't grow up the right way. Meaning, if you didn't grow up with parents on your back about saving, about you know, prioritizing, is that how you say it? prioritize like stuff like that, you'll get carried away and you'll be out on the streets. Like so that's what I mean by, if you weren't grown up a certain way, you could get crazy. It could get a little bit too much. Like, it could be like you're not used to saving and worry about bigger things, because when you started making money, you ain't have much responsibilities. So, you know, for me, I'm struggling with prioritizing, really. The saving part, you know, my mom always taught me how to save, and always told me there's going to be a rainy day where you're going to need this or whatever. So I already knew that part, but the prioritizing part is kind of hard for me, because I'm not used to prioritizing bills. I'm not used to prioritizing my personal needs and my personal wants. So I'm struggling with that. And you know, sometimes it gets the best of me, but you know, it also helps when you have someone else to keep you on track. Like my boyfriend, he helps to keep me on track when he sees that, hey, we getting a little bit too crazy over here, like we spend a little bit too much right here. We need to make sure what's important is important, and I do it for him too. So it works, you know, when you have someone else. But if you're by yourself, you just have to, what I do is I pray about it. If there's something that I'm struggling with when it comes to a bill, or I'm struggling with like anything at all, really, like with my adult life, it's like I just leave it to God, because he has done so many things for me that I believe there has to be a higher power. There has to be someone that's helping me and having my back, because there's so many things that could have went wrong and it didn't, you know. And that leads me to my next point. Growing up as a young woman, there's a lot of things that happen in our lives that makes us to lose faith. And I'm not here to preach. I'm not the biggest religious person. Like, I don't go to church faithfully every Sunday, but I know there's a God, and I pray to my God, and I thank my God. So I'm not here to preach, but I just want to say, having faith in a higher power and realizing that you need that higher power to be successful in whatever you're doing is important. I been through a situation probably a couple weeks ago. It's still affecting me, but I got better. But I've been through a situation a couple weeks ago, and it was really hard for me. It was really hard for me to swallow. It was hard for me to deal with, but I knew that I had to deal with it, because, well, not that I had to deal with it, but I wanted to deal with it, you know. And and it was probably one of the biggest things I've experienced that really affected me in my young adult life. And it's funny, because this situation, like, I've been close to God and I pray to him, but this situation really brought me even closer to him. Like, there's things that I prayed for and he delivered, and he's amazing. Like, he is amazing. And I don't know, like, it just gave me comfort in knowing that he was there and he was watching over me and he's listening. You know, there's one thing when you pray for something and you don't get it, and then you start thinking there isn't a higher power. You start thinking like you're not favored or something. But I believe that's how you prove that you have faith. That's how you prove that you trust in his word and you trust him to take care of your problems. And that's what I had to do. I had to trust him to take care of everything, because I'm not the type of person to leave my problems to other people's hands. Like, I handle my own things my own way. I'm very independent. I don't like depending on people, but he's definitely someone I depend on, like, through everything now. Like, I depend on him for a lot, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of what I went through, or it still is going through, I wouldn't have got through it. Like, another point I want to make is to live in your truth. Live in what you believe, do what you want to do, handle things how you handle it, and don't let anybody around you pressure you to handle things differently. If you know, ignoring or yelling or catching an attitude or whatever is how you deal with things, it's how you deal with things. Now, when it comes to being disrespectful or hurting people around you, then it's a no-no, you know. Like, when I say yelling, I mean, like, if somebody makes you mad and you just want to yell and let it out. That's how I feel like that's healthy personally. If you feel a certain type of way, let it out so it doesn't stay bottled up inside of you, and then it starts to change the person you are, you know. So let it out, but as long as you correct it and you know your mistake and you can apologize for it, you know, and grow from it, I feel like that's healthy than keeping things in, you know. So if you're going through something right now and you feel like you can't really talk to anybody, or you feel like you're going to be judged, or you feel like people around you won't understand, especially when it comes to parents. Sometimes parents can't really understand because they grew up in a whole different generation. But if you feel like that, honestly, what I would do is, for one, if you do believe there's a higher power, I would say pray. Get on your knees and pray and talk to him like he's your friend. Don't talk to him like you know what I'm saying, he's right there with you. He understands your lingo, he understands everything about you. So don't pretend like he's some, you know what I'm saying. So pray. For two, I would write about it. Write out how you feel. For three, handle it how you want to handle it. Be confident and be okay inside with how you handle it, because if not, you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna go crazy, because the situation I was going through, or still going through, you know, I didn't really feel like speaking to anybody around me. I chose who I wanted to talk to, and that's just how I dealt with it. And I personally don't see anything wrong with that. I chose who I wanted to speak to about it, and I chose when I wanted to speak to certain people, and I chose what I wanted to say to certain people, and I'm choosing whenever I want to say, or if I don't want to say what I've been through. I'm making those choices because that's how I deal with it, and I don't feel any type of way about it, because it's my truth. It's my journey at the end of the day, and this is how I feel the healthiest way for me to letting how I feel out. Do things on your own time, and it is okay if you want to do things on your own time. If it takes 6 months before you talk about something, do things on your own time, because at the end of the day, you're the only one living your life, okay? It's not like you sharing your life with somebody. Like, yeah, you're in a relationship, you know, y'all are sharing a life together, y'all building a life together, cool. But at the end of the day, you was born alone, if you're not a twin or something, but you was born alone, and this is your life, so you need to live it to the best of your ability. I think I rant enough about this topic, and I just want to say, for all the young women out there that are going through it right now, or trying to figure their life out, don't know when the next rank gonna be, just got broken up with, just got cheated on, I just want y'all to know this is not the end. The world is not gonna end. It feels like your world is like in freaking shambles right now, and you don't know what to do. I just want you to know it's okay, and you're gonna get through it. Just stay prayed up, and sit down and really assess how you want to handle the situation, and don't make quick decisions like that. That's how I would deal with it. There's gonna be better days, you know. People go through a lot of things, and 2 weeks from now they're living happily ever after. So it's like, don't let this be a burden on your entire life. It's just a stage. It's just a situation that you're going through. It was supposed to happen. You're not like less favored, or you're not like cursed or something. We all go through stuff, so don't feel that way. And I hope whatever you're going through, it gets better and you wake up tomorrow with a smile on your face. Like, I'm smiling right now, but I'm really going through some stuff right now. But at the end of the day, like, I have good days and bad days, but I'm gonna get through it and I'll be straight, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys like this video. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. I hope you guys subscribe down there, the red button that says subscribe. When you hit that, there's gonna be a bell. Hit that bell so you know when I post a video too. Comment, you know, if you're going through something or a situation and you want somebody to talk to. I'm open to talking to anybody, honestly. If you guys want to email me, I'll create an email. If you guys have a situation or something that you want me to talk about on my channel, or you want me to talk to you about, or you know, whatever it is, I don't have this life thing figured out, but I feel like I could help, you know. So yeah, do that, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. I appreciate you guys. Oh, let me go get my puppy.